Oh, all right. So I have got a question. What is your Phish listening habits? Now, are you like me, where you tend to listen to the newer stuff? Meaning, like I'll say newer. We'll cut it off at the Baker's Dozen. From the Baker's Dozen through now, those are kind of new shows, you know. Although I realize 2017 was kind of a long time ago now. I mean, some of you may not have even been fans in 2017. But we'll just call that like this kind of current recent era. Maybe, I mean, more conveniently would be 2021. But I do occasionally like to go all the way back to the Baker's Dozen. But I'm wondering, what do you guys listen to? You know, I do these member requests each month, and or a lot of months when Phish is not on tour. And people are requesting a lot of old classic shows or shows they had been to. And in most cases, these are shows that I've listened to. Shows that at one time were a big deal, or even heavy in my rotation. You know, maybe like 2002 through 2004, I pretty much was only listening to Phish. You know, I know some of you are maybe still like, is that what you're doing now? I guess that would be my first question. Do you only listen to Phish, or do you listen to Phish and other stuff? And then, like, are you also like me and you're kind of listening to the more current stuff? Whether if that's new albums or new live shows, which is most likely the case. And if not, are you always jumping back and listening? Do you just like have a song? Like, I'd still listen to the Prague Ghost on a regular basis, I would say. You know, probably a month doesn't go by where I don't listen to that at some point in the car or whatever, mowing some lawns, doing something. So yeah, like that Hampton show. That was the Hampton Comes Alive was like such a big deal at a certain point, and if you were a Phish fan. And now it's like a decade passes and I haven't even listened to it. You know, I didn't even remember, like, right when 11/20/98, I was like, oh, that rings a bell. What is that? That's how far it's gone. And then, yeah, something as obscure as the Third Ball. I don't even know if that's obscure, but in my mind it is now. So I guess just that's my question. Do you guys stay fresh on all the old classic stuff? Or do you just kind of listen to your favorite live shows over the last couple years, shows you've been to? Or are you also like, yeah, I listen to Phish, but then I also listen to all these other bands? That's kind of where I'm at now. I listen to a lot. The more they're playing, the more I listen. If they go away for several months, I start to not listen so much. So I don't know. I guess those are my questions. What are your Phish listening habits? Because sometimes I feel like maybe, like, I guess it was the Hampton Comes Alive thing. I just was like, maybe I'm like, I felt like a bad fan or something. Like, this is something you should listen to, you know, every now and then, more than once a decade, that's for sure. Or is that whatever? It's all like, I don't listen to Jam On anymore. Sirius XM's Jam On used to every now and then, whether if it was Gone Fishing, even my beloved July 16th, 94, you know. I've probably only listened to that show a couple of times in the last 5 years. That's my all-time favorite. You know, the Marat Gin gets a little run. Like I said, that Ghost. Really, the Prague Piper as well. You know, not my favorite show, but I'd say the Prague show probably gets a lot of replays. Woo! It's everywhere. It's on Spotify, Live Phish, probably on your computer, somewhere, a hard drive, certainly a CD stashed away somewhere. All right. Well, I guess that's all I had. Got July 3rd and 4th, second set only recap coming up later today. Speaking of channel members, Bob Weaver left the request kind of open this time. The form was a choose your own adventure for this guy. Sorta. I mean, he gave me some parameters. I'll tell you right now, Bob, I didn't necessarily follow the rules. All right, guys, boom, we're out of here. And I don't know. Maybe I won't upload this. Do I care? I do care. I want to know, what do you listen to, and am I a bad fan because I hadn't listened to Hampton Comes Alive in nearly a decade? I mean, really, but what's the point? It's not like they're there anymore. I don't know. Tell me what you think.